Hello, my CFA friends. How are you, my friends? So in this module, we are going to look at the basic arithmetic operations. And I know you're probably thinking addition, subtractions. I know all that stuff, Martin. But I'm actually going to also show you a couple of funky ones. For example, the power here is different to the one that you would use in Excel, and also the modulus operator. I'll show you that, and also I'll show you floor division. And I'll also show you how you can use arithmetic operators to manipulate text. So let's get started. In the previous module, we learned how to define variables. So let's define a couple of variables, and we're going to make them integers. So num1 will be our first integer, and let's say that is 5, and num2 will be 3. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use these two integers to calculate the sum. So we're going to define a third variable sum, and we will assign it using single equal sign. We'll assign it the value of num1 plus num2. And then what we're going to do, we learned about that already in the previous module. We're going to use the print statement to find out what the value of sum is. If I press Shift F10, I should be able to see the result here being 8 for the first calculation. Next, we will calculate the difference of these two values. So the difference, of course, will be num1 take away num2. And again, I want to print the difference. Shift F10, and I can see that 5 take away 3 is 2. Next, I'm going to calculate the product, and that will be num1 asterisk, so that's Shift 8 on my keyboard, num2. And again, I'm going to print that product, and hopefully I'm going to see 15 here. Excellent. Next, I'm going to calculate the quotient, and the quotient is simply num1 divide num2. Notice here for division, as you would probably expect it, we're using a forward slash. Let's print the quotient, and again Shift F10 will give us 1.67 recurring, so that's 5 divided by 3. Now I wanted to show you here also how you can do floor division. Floor division means that after the division, if you've got a floating decimal point, as you do here, it will round it down, not up, but down. So the answer should be 1. And to do floor division, all you need to do here is instead of using a single division symbol, a single forward slash, you're going to actually use double forward slash. That will do forward division. So when I run the program here, I would expect to see an answer of 1. Let's have a look. Rerun the program, and I'm getting an answer of 1. So that basically what it means is it says 5 divided by 3 is 1.67, and then it rounds it down to a 1. Now it gets a little bit more interesting with powers. If I want to do a power, and for example, I want to say num1 to the power of num2. Now that's not going to work. Let's actually have a look what's going to happen. As you can see here, it did not produce the correct answer, because if you are using the caret sign, so that little roof of a house is called the caret sign, which is what you use in Excel, it doesn't produce the same outcome as a power in Python. So the symbol for power is actually two asterisk symbols. So num1 asterisk num2 translates in essentially 5 to the power of 3, which, as we know, should be 125. So if we run that, we're getting 125 down here. Now, you can also import a special module. Well, it's not that special, but you can import the math module. And the math module will come with a lot of additional mathematical functions. One of them will be the power function. So yes, you can improve on your basics, but here we're saying what can Python do without importing any additional modules. Next, I want to show you the modulus operator, or the modulo operator, or the mod operator, depending on how you've heard that, and just a quick recap of what the mod operator does. So our numbers are 5 and 3. If I say 5 divide 3, that's 1.67. Well, we know that 3 fits exactly once into 5, and then there is a remainder of 2. So remember, the mod is essentially the remainder. So if you wanted the remainder from a division calculation, you would use the mod operator. So here I want to calculate the remainder when taking num1, which is 5, and dividing it by num2, but this time I'm not going to use the division symbol. I'm going to use the percentage symbol. So that's going to actually calculate the mod. So here what I'm saying is take the number 5, divided by the number 3, and then give me the remainder, which I am expecting to see as 2. So let's have a look. And the remainder here is indeed 2. Next, I want to show you basic text manipulation using arithmetic operators. So let's define 2 strings. The string number 1 will be CFA, and string number 2 will be friends. So what I can do here is I can also define an additional variable called output, and I can say output is equal to text1 plus. So what the plus will do here is it will concatenate, or it will join the 2 strings. So I can say text1 plus text2. But unfortunately, that's not going to quite work, because notice I have not left any spaces within the string. So what I could also do here is add an additional string manually, which will be an empty space. So if I go text1 plus an empty space plus text2, and then if I print the output of that, and by the way, one thing I want to say is when you start typing the name of the variable or a function, you can see that list of suggestions. And so when you are over the one that you actually desire, you don't need to finish typing it. You can just press tab, and that's going to auto-complete it. So if I go Shift F10 now, I should see CFA space frames. And the last manipulation with text is going to be the repetition one. So let's define a third variable that's going to say CFA rules the world, exclamation mark, and let's have a little space here. And then I will say repetition equals text 3 times 5. Okay, times 6, doesn't matter. And then I'm going to print repetition. And let's see what that's going to do. And you can see here that I am actually repeating CFA rules the world multiple times. In fact, I would repeat it exactly 6 times. Okay, so pretty basic module, guys. Nothing funky here, of course. In future modules, we're going to look at conditionals, if statements, loops, list dictionaries. So it's going to get a lot more interesting. But for now, we cannot learn to run before we can learn to walk. So that's why we're going through the very basics here in Python programming. Hope you found this useful, and I shall see you again in the next module. Until then, have a great day.